Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Gajananam Bhutganadisevitam Kapitajambo Falacharubhakshinam Umasutam Shokavinasakarakam Namami Vighneshwara Padapankajam Sarvamangalamangalye Shive Sarvarthasarike Sharanye Trayambake Gauri Narayani Namo Astute Shuklambaradharam Devam Shashivaranam Chaturbhujam Prasannavaranam Dhyayet Sarvavighneshwara Prasantaye Mangalang Bhagwan Vishnu Mangalang Garudbhaja Mangalang Pundrikakshay Mangalaye Tano Hari Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Jai Vighneshwara Jai 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 Lambodara Jai 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 Vighneshwara Jai 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 Lambodara Jai 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 Gananayak Jai 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 Sukadayak Jai 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 Gananayak Jai 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 Sukadayak Jai 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 Vighneshwar Jai 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 Lambodara Jai Jai. We give thanks to Ganesh Bhagwan for the safe arrival of the Dullaha, and here he is seated very comfortably, hosted by Mr. and Mrs. Prasad. Give them also a big round of applause. And now we are going to wait for the safe arrival of the Dullahin, which is the bride. So while we're waiting, we can have one short song, and once we see the bridegroom, the bride, we will take it from there. Thank you. Before we continue, could we do a mic check all around?
Mic
Check.
check. Mic check 1.
1, 2. Test
Mic
ma'am.
check 1, 1, 2.
Sitaram Pandit Vishnuji. Special welcome. Check. Yeah.
Mic check 1, 1, 2.
You want to use this one?
Mic check 1, 1, 2. Mic check 1. Mic check 1, 1, 2. Mic check 1, 1, 2. Mic check.
Check. 1, 2.
Mic check 1, 1, 2. Mic check 1, 1, 2.
Check. Test that one. No? I'll lend you this one.
I'll just hold it. Okay. गौड़ पूजे गौरी गणेश हो तिक हो धरती मैया नाम तुम्हारा गौड़ पूजे गौरी गणेश हो तिक हो धरती मैया नाम तुम्हारा तोहरे भरोसे मैया में जग रो पैयो तोहरे भरोसे मैया में जग रो पैयो मोरे जग पूरन होई सुरामा मोरे जग पूरन होई सुरामा गौड़ पूजे गौरी गणेश हो तिक हो धरती मैया नाम तुम्हारा तोहरे भरोसे मैया में जगत नैयो तोहरे भरोसे मैया में जगत नैयो मोरे जग पूरन होई सुरामा मोरे जग पूरन होई सुरामा गौड़ पूजे गौरी गणेश हो तिक हो धरती मैया नाम तुम्हारा तोहरे भरोसे बाबा में जगत नैयो तोहरे भरोसे बाबा में जग रुपैयो मोरे जग पूरन होई सुरामा मोरे जग पूरन होई सुरामा गौड़ पूजे गौरी गणेश हो तिक हो धरती मैया नाम तुम्हारा गौड़ पूजे गौरी गणेश हो तिक हो धरती मैया नाम तुम्हारा गौड़ पूजे गौरी गणेश हो तिक हो धरती मैया नाम तुम्हारा
The bride is always fashionably late, so we have to have some patience.
D scale.
When she gets here, that's the only time we can get started.
छन न जाए तड़िया नदीम दिरताना दिरिनोम तड़िया नदीम दिरताना दिरिनोम तड़िया नदीम रघुवर तेरे राह निहारे रघुवर तेरे राह निहारे सातों जन्म से सिया कर मोरे परदेसिया आओ पधारो पिया घर मोरे परदेसिया आओ पधारो पिया मैंने सुध बुध चैन गवा के मैंने सुध बुध चैन गवा के राम रतन पालिया कर मोरे परदेसिया आओ पधारो पिया कर मोरे परदेसिया आओ पधारो पिया दीम तनन रे ना दीम तनन रे ना धनी समा सगम धा नी दा मा गा पा गम प सा सा गम प नी गम प नी ध प म ग रे गम ध प रे म प ध म प नी ध प म प गम नि स नि स रे रे म म प प ध र म नी नी स नि ध नि ध प म प ध नि ध प म ग रे स नि स रे रे गा आ ना तो मैया की लोड़ी ना ही फागुन की होड़ी मोहे कुछ दूसरों ना बाई रे जब से नाए जाके एक दर्द दर से लागे तब से फिर हाँ मोहे सताए रे हाँ ना तो मैया की लोड़ी ना ही फागुन की होड़ी मोहे कुछ दूसरों ना भाई रे जब से नैन आए जाके एक दरुन दर से लागे तब से बिरहा मोहे सताए रे दुविधा मेरे सब जग जाने दुविधा मेरे सब जग जाने जाने ना निर्मोहिया कर मोरे परदेसिया आओ पधारो पिया कर मोरे परदेसिया आओ पधारो पिया गई पनगत पर भरण भरण पनिया दीवानी गई पनगत पर भरण भरण पनिया हो नैनो के तेरे पान से मुरझत हुई रही अड़िया चूम चन नन 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 पानी रे पानी में तेरी जोगनिया कर मोरे परदेसिया आओ पधारो पिया कर मोरे परदेसिया आओ पधारो पिया
सब कुछ तुम पे यार अपना वार दिया, मैंने तुमको चाहा, तुमसे प्यार किया, सब कुछ तुम पे यार अपना वार दिया, परदेसी मेरे यारा वाद निभाना, तुम याद रखना कहीं भूल न जाना, परदेसी परदेसी जाना नहीं, परदेसी परदेसी जाना नहीं, मुझे छोड़ के परदेसी मेरे यारा वाद निभाना, मुझे याद रखना कहीं भूल न जाना, परदेसी परदेसी जाना नहीं, मुझे छोड़ के बन गए जोगन मैंने प्रीत का जोग लिया, ना सोचा ना समझा दिल का रोग लिया, बन गए जोगन मैंने प्रीत का जोग लिया, ना सोचा ना समझा दिल का रोग लिया, परदेसी मेरे यारा वाद निभाना, याद रखना कहीं भूल न जाना, परदेसी परदेसी जाना नहीं, परदेसी परदेसी जाना नहीं, मुझे छोड़ के 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 मुझे छोड़ के।
Testing. Let's all stand up again once more, ladies and gentlemen. And can we sing in the meantime while the bride is coming in, please? And please keep this hallway clear.
राम सिया संग घूमले बवरिया में,
Let's give the bride a big round of applause. And the bridegroom, another round of applause for doing such a beautiful welcome for his bride. please be seated. Welcome to the Vivaha Sanskar Hindu wedding ceremony between Darrian Winston and Padmini Prasad. It's a beautiful ceremony. It is simple yet very, it's melodious, has a lot of prayers involved, has a lot of promises involved.
Check one.
And we're going to go as quickly as we can. It's not going to be long and boring. So for those of you that are participating, which is all of you, please work with us. Try to be as quiet as you can. We are going to entertain you in between. So we will have some brief pauses in between. So right now we're going to get started. We're going to give thanks to God. Somebody have their speakerphone on. And we are going to give thanks to God for all of your safe arrival to witness this wedding ceremony. And most importantly, to the parents of Darrian and Padmini, and also for Darrian and Padmini to be here with us. Thank you. Gajananam bhutganadisevitam kapitjambo falacharubhakshunam umasutam shokavinasakarakam namami Vigneshwara parapankajam sarvamangalamagalye shive sarvarthasarike sharanye trayambake gauri narayani namostute Shuklambaradaram devam shashivaranam chaturbhujam prasannavaranam dhyayat sarvavigneshwara prasantaye Mangalam Bhagwan Vishnu Mangalam Guru Puja Mangalam Pundrikakshay Shuklambaradaram devam shashivaranam chaturbhujam prasannavaranam dhyayat sarvavigneshwara prasantaye Mangalam Bhagwan Vishnu
Mangalam Bharatja Mangalam Pundarikaksham Mangalayatano Hare
Veenadare Vipula Mangala Dhana Shire Bhaktartinashini Kiranshi Rishivani Kirti Pade Kidamanurtade Maharani Vidya Pradayani Saraswati Namanityam Om Lakshmi Karoti Kalyanam
Arogyam Svasampada
Mama Shatru Vinashayi Dipajyotir Namostute Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayini Mantramurti Sara Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Tam Sachamurmarjanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langaiti Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramanandam Madhavam Ramayi Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaham Aparam Pahartaram Dataram Sarvasambaram Lokabhiramam Sri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham Karpura Gauram Karunavataram Samsara Saram Vijgiraharam Saravasantam Hridayarvinde Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami ओम जयंती मंगला काली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवा धात्री स्वाहा स्वधा नमो अस्तुते। ओम अतुलित बलधाम महिम शैलावदेयं धनुजवं कृशानं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकल गण निधानं वानरानामीशं रघुपति प्रिय भक्तं वातजातं नमामि। ओम काशी विश्वनाथ भगवान भ्यो नमो नमः। अन्नपूर्ण माता भ्यो नमो नमः। गंगा माता भ्यो नमो नमः। काल भैरव देवता भ्यो नमो नमः। काशी विश्वनाथ भगवान भ्यो नमो नमः। ओम पृथ्वी माता भ्यो नमो नमः। ओम शांति शांति। ओम धौ शांति
अंतरिक्षकं शांति पृथ्वी शांति आपा शांति औषधय शांति वनस्पतिर् शांति विश्वदेव शांति ब्रह्मा शांति सर्वगं शांति शांतिरेव शांति सामा शांतिरेधि।
हरि ओम शांति शांति।
हरि ओम।
प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की
जय।
सब संतन की जय 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 सीताराम। Welcome once again to the Viva Sanskar. While we're getting set up for the first part of the ceremony that is called the Kanyadan, where literally when Darrian asked Padmini's parents for her hand in marriage, in Sanatana Dharma and in Hinduism and in the Hindu wedding ceremony, we actually have a handing over ceremony of the beautiful hands of the bride to the bridegroom. So while we're getting set up, we will have one verse of one bhajan, and I'll ask the parents of the bride to come up here.
जी। ओम ओम मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वज मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्षं मंगलाय तनुं हरे। हरे मरवे में का पीला दुल्हा की बाबा कैसे वो देवो कन्यादान हो कैसे वो देवो कन्यादान। हरे लोटा बिका पिए ताली बिका पी कपीरे साव की डोरी हो कपीरे सावरी डोरी हो। हरे मरवे में का पीला दुल्हा की बाबा कैसे वो देवो कन्यादान हो कैसे वो देवो कन्यादान। हरे मरवे में का पीला बेटे की बाबा कैसे वो देवो कन्यादान हो कैसे वो देवो कन्यादान। कैसे वो मरवे में खा पिलावती की बाबा कैसे वो देवो कन्यादान हो, कैसे वो देवो कन्यादान। हरि लोता विकापी लताली विकापी, कपीरे सावकी दोरी हो, कपीरे सावरी दोरी हो। हरे मरवे में कापी लवती की बाबा, कैसे वो देवो कन्यादान हो, कैसे वो देवो कन्यादान हो, कैसे वो देवो कन्यादान।
ओम सर्वेशम स्वस्ति भवतु, सर्वेशम पूर्णं भवतु, सर्वेशम मंगलं भवतु, सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। हरि ओम तत्सत, हरि ओम तत्सत, हरि ओम तत्सत। Now we will, while we're continuing to sing, we will ask the sister-in-law to come up and untie the gat bandhan.
जय लक्ष्मी कल्याणी मैया, जय लक्ष्मी कल्याणी, जय लक्ष्मी कल्याणी, जय लक्ष्मी कल्याणी मैया, जय लक्ष्मी कल्याणी, जय लक्ष्मी कल्याणी। सब आए शरण तिहारी मैया, आए शरण तिहारी मैया, दे दर्शन महारानी, दे दर्शन महारानी। जय लक्ष्मी कल्याणी मैया, जय लक्ष्मी कल्याणी, जय लक्ष्मी कल्याणी।
Ladies and gentlemen, we have literally tied the knot. So we've handed over the hand. He asked for the hand. And Mr. Prasad handed over his daughter's hand. And now you've heard the term tying the knot. But nobody else ties the knot but in Sanatana Dharma, in the Vivaha Sanskar. So the knot is tied. And this knot signifies the joining of two hearts for a lifetime. Not only this lifetime, but for 7 lifetimes to come. So in Sanatana Dharma, in Hinduism, when we tie the knot, we go big or we go home. It's 7 years. So when you make your decision, make sure it's a solid, foundational, loving, caring, supportive decision. Because this is not going to only last this lifetime. So next lifetime and then the following 6 lifetimes. Let's give the bride and groom a big round of applause. They're very young, they're good looking, they're educated. Darrian is serving our country while all of us are sleeping sound at home. And Padmini has already done something big, but she's going to do something like really big. So you'll read about her later. I'm not going to give out the secret right now. So now that we have tied the knot, we are going to do the Sat Power, which is 4 times they will go around the fire while we're reciting sacred mantras. And Panditji is going to do some chants, and the music is going to also play in the background. The bride is going to circumambulate the fire 4 times. She will lead, and then the groom is going to lead 3 times by making sacred offerings into the fire. The brother is needed here again. Please take the basket. Pandit, help him with that basket and just help him through the process. Thank you.
Stand right behind me. Yeah, right about me. Perfect. Okay, right. Give her the take that little. Put a little bit inside one time.
Here, you go stand over that side again. Go back over there. Please stand there. Okay, there's already inside. No. Let her hold the bowl. You go stand up over there.
Go. Om Hiranyavarnam Haranim Suvararajaratasrajam Chandram Hiranyamai Lakshmi Jatavedo Mavah Swaha तामावह जात वेदो लक्ष्मी मन पगामिनी यस्याम्य हिरण्य विंदेयम तामश्वं पुरुषाणहम् ओम भूरभुवः स्वाहा ॐ कत्यायनाय विद्महि कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूरभुवः स्वाहा ॐ हंसाय
विद्महि परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंस प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वाहा. Switch around. Idamaganaye jatavedase tvamaganaye idam namama. Hiranyagarbha samabhartatagre bhutasya jatav patirekayasi. 2 hands. Sadadhar pritvidya mute mam kashmay deva yah vishavide mam swaha. Offer it in the fire. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Durtani Parashva Yadbhadram Tanayasva. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha. Om Yang Mandalang Diptakarang Vishalang Ratna Pravante Brahmanadirupam Daligdadukyam Chakaranam Cha Punatumam Tatsaviturvarenyam Swaha. Idamaganaye Jatavedase Dvamaganaya idam namama.
Thank you very much, Pandit Vishnu. Let's give Pandit Vishnu of the Palm Beach Hindu Mandir a big round of applause. I'm so happy to have Pandit Kemraj and Pandit Vishnu Sharma with us. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've done the 7 circumambulations around Agni Devata. Agni Devata is the fire god that takes all of our hopes and aspirations and prayers all the way up into the heavens. So the offerings that was made by Padmini and by Darrian is now ascending the heavens to Bhagwan Vishnu. Now we also have another step in the marriage that's called the 7 steps. And the 7 steps are the 7 promises that the bride and groom are making to each other. And we have to keep this hallway clear. That's where they're coming down. So I will ask the bride and groom to take the first step. And every time they take a step, all of you have to clap. Because that's a big step in life that they're making. And with the first step, the groom is looking at his beautiful bride and he says, "Oh, my beloved, our love has become firm by you walking one step with me. Together we will share the responsibilities of our home and our children, and may the Creator bless us with beautiful children." And the bride looks up at her handsome groom and she responds and she says, "This is my commitment to you, my husband. Together we will share the responsibility of the home, the food and children. I promise that I shall discharge all my share of the responsibilities for the welfare of our family." And now they're holding hands and they are going to take the second step. And with the second step, the groom is looking at his beautiful bride and he says, "Oh, my beloved, now you have walked with me the second step. May the Creator bless you. I will love you and you alone as my wife. I will fill your heart with strength and courage. This is my commitment and my pledge to you." And the beautiful bride looks at her handsome husband. And she says, my husband, at all times I shall fill your heart with courage and strength. In your happiness I shall rejoice. May God bless you and our family. And now the bride and groom takes the third step. And the groom looks at his beautiful bride and he says, oh my beloved, now since you have walked 3 steps with me, our wealth and prosperity will grow. May God bless us. May we be in a position to educate our children. And the bride looks at her handsome husband and she says, my husband, I love you with single-minded devotion as my husband. I will treat all other men as my brothers. My devotion to you is pure and you are my joy. This is my commitment and pledge to you. And then they take the 4th step. And the groom says, oh my beloved, it is a great blessing that you have now walked 4 steps with me. May the Creator bless you. You have brought favor and sacredness into my life. And the bride responds and she says, oh my husband, in all acts of righteousness, in material prosperity, in every form of enjoyment, and in those divine acts such as the fire sacrifice, worship, and charity, I promise you that I shall participate and I will always be with you. And now they take the 5th step. And the groom says, oh my beloved, now you have walked 5 steps with me. May the Creator make us prosperous. May the Creator bless us. And the bride looks at him and she says, oh my husband, I will share both in your joys and sorrows. Your love will make me very, very happy. And now they take the 6th step. And the groom lovingly looks at his beautiful bride and he says, oh my beloved, by walking 6 steps with me, you have filled my heart with happiness. May I fill your heart with great joy and peace. Time and time again, may the Creator bless you. And the bride responds by saying, my husband, the Creator blesses you. May I fill your heart with great joy and peace. I promise that I will always be with you. And now they take the 7th step. And the groom says, as they turn around and face each other, the groom says, oh my beloved, and they're holding both hands. Oh my beloved, and this is what he calls her on the 7th step. Oh my beloved goddess, as you have walked the 7 steps with me, our love and friendship have become inseparable and firm. We have experienced spiritual union in God. Now you have become completely mine. I offer my total self to you. May our marriage not only last this lifetime, but for the 7th lifetime and the 7th lifetime of promises that we have made. And the bride looks at her handsome husband and she says, my husband, by the law of the Creator and the spirits of our honorable ancestors, I have become your wife. Whatever promises I gave you, I have spoken them with a pure heart. All the spirits are witnesses to this fact. I shall never deceive you, nor will I ever let you down. I shall love you forever. We have taken the 7 steps. You have become mine forever. Yes, we have become partners. I have become yours. Hereafter, I cannot live without you. Do not live without me. Let us share the joys. We are word and meaning united. You are thought and I'm sound. May the night be honey sweet for us. May the morning be honey sweet for us. May the earth be honey sweet for us, and the heavens be honey sweet for us. May the plants be honey sweet for us. May the sun be honey sweet for us. May the cows yield us honey sweet milk. As the heavens are stable, as the earth is stable, as the mountains are stable, as the whole universe is stable, so may our union be permanently stabled. Now the two of them give each other a big hug. Now before they walk back to the mandap, the 7 steps is what builds this life-lasting friendship. Without being friends, you cannot be husbands and wife. Friendship comes first. And all of the promises that they have made, if you notice, one person alone cannot make a promise. It takes 2 people to make a promise. That's why in Sanatana Dharma, in the Vivaha Sanskar, the bride makes a promise, the husband makes a promise, and now they're going to be walking back into the mandap as friends. Ye dosti. Ye dosti hum nahi torenge, torenge hum agar तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे
ये दोस्ती हम नहीं तोड़ेंगे, तोड़ेंगे हम अगर तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे।
हे दोस्ती
हम नहीं तोड़ेंगे, तोड़ेंगे हम अगर तेरा साथ ना तोड़ेंगे।
मेरे गीत तेरे हार मेरे हार सुन है मेरे यार, तेरा गम मेरे जान तेरे जान ऐसा अपना प्यार। जान पे भी खेलेंगे तेरे लिए ले लेंगे, जान पे भी खेलेंगे तेरे लिए ले लेंगे।
सब में दुश्मनी ये दोस्ती हम नहीं तोड़ेंगे, तोड़ेंगे हम मगर तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे।
लोगों को आते हैं 2 नजर, हम अगर देखो 2 नहीं। ए रुदा ये कफा ए खुदा है दुआ ऐसा हो नहीं। खाना पीना साथ है मरना
जीना साथ है, खाना पीना साथ है, मरना पीना साथ है। सारी दुश्मनी ये दोस्ती हम नहीं तोड़ेंगे, तोड़ेंगे हम मगर तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे। हे दोस्ती हम नहीं तोड़ेंगे, तोड़ेंगे हम मगर तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे।
Give the bride and groom a big round of applause. Dost means friend. So this may never happen. But say one day you wake up and Padmini is not in a good mood. Like I said, that hardly ever happens. And if you want to break the ice, call her dost. Dost means friend. And it will remind you when you're holding hands as friends, going down the aisle and coming back up. And then she will forget anything that made her upset. My friends, we're getting to the end of our ceremony here very quickly. We've done the Sadbawar and the Saptapadi, and now we're going to do the Sindur Dan while we have some songs. And then we're going to do the rings, and then we're going to exchange seats. Until Padmini is sitting on the left-hand side, she is not 100% his bride. Darrian still has to make some promises, but we're going to do it quietly here so everybody don't hear. So I'll hand it over to our two pandits and our kirtan group for two songs. Thank you.
एक प्यार का नगमा है, मौजोती रवानी है। एक प्यार का नगमा है, मौजोती रवानी है। जिंदगी कुछ भी नहीं, तेरी मेरी कहानी है। एक प्यार का नगमा है। कुछ पाकर खोना है, कुछ को कर पाना है। जीवन का मतलब तो आना और जाना है। दो पल की जीवन की एक उम्र चुरानी है। जिंदगी कुछ भी नहीं, तेरी मेरी कहानी है। एक प्यार का नगमा है।
दुल्हा सिंदूर लियो हाथ, सोन सुपारी के साथ। दुल्हा सिंदूर लियो हाथ, सोन सुपारी के साथ। सीतों गारी लियो मांग, सिंदूर लैला। सीतों गारी लियो मांग, सिंदूर लैला। रघुवर सिर पर शोभे मार, सीता सब दिन पूजति गौर। रघुवर सिर पर शोभे मार, सीता सब दिन पूजति गौर। सीतों गाड़ी लियो मांग, सिंदूर लैला। सीतों गाड़ी लियो मांग, सिंदूर लैला। सीता की मेहंदी लागल हाथ, माथे बिंदिया शोभे साथ। सीता के मेहंदी लागल हाथ, माथे बिंदिया शोभे साथ। सीता गाड़ी लियो मांग, सिंदूर लैला। सीता गाड़ी लियो मांग, सिंदूर लैला।
Okay, ladies ladies and gentlemen, we're just getting to the end of it. Please hold your conversations down. Now, this is the 7 requests of the bride of the groom before she switches position with you. So you have to make all of these promises. Her first request is, if at any time you're desirous to perform anything big that's going to affect her and your family, that she be permitted, she may be consented first, and then be permitted to join with you to do whatever it is you're planning to do. Say, I agree.
What was it again? I agree. I agree.
Anytime you desire to perform, which you're going to do a lot of pujas, I suppose, and any yajnas, I wish that you will allow me to be a part of it. If you're going on a pilgrimage, if you're going on a tour, if you're going to Italy or India or any religious parts of the world, she wants to go with you. You just cannot do this on your own.
I agree.
Okay, Padmini, you're going. If at any time you're desirous of helping some big foundation or doing charitable work anywhere in the world, that she also wants to be there with you to get the blessings that you will get in performing such an act.
I agree.
Number 4, if at any time it becomes, these vows were written like thousands of years ago and it is still relevant today. This is a very relevant one. If at any time it becomes necessary for you to borrow or lend anywhere, that she wants you to talk to her about it first, so you don't put her in a bad position.
I agree.
He said he will never do that, but yeah. Number 5, if at any time you decide to contribute towards a charitable foundation, that she wants to be consulted and she also wants to join with you when you're doing that.
I agree.
Good so far, Padmini. Number 6, if it becomes necessary for you to conduct business at home or abroad. Lots of husbands are traveling on business all over the world today and even before. She wants that when you get into a position that you're traveling, that her consent be obtained.
I agree.
And finally, she says, lastly, I ask that at no time you should allow your affections to grow lesser towards her. As big as it is now, she wants it to get even bigger, not lesser. But adhere strictly to our divine laws. And this is a good one, Darrian. From today, please regard every other female as your sister, your daughter, or your mother.
I agree.
You should give him a big round of applause. 7 consents. And he looks to me like a very honest, dedicated, loving, caring person. And he will make Padmini a wonderful husband. So, you had 7 requests, Darrian only have 3. And the first one, he says, he don't want you, basically in layman terms, to be hanging out all over the place. Like there's no Saturday night out with the girls and clubbing and all of that. That's what this is written in Hindi, but I'm giving you the layman terms. Do you agree?
I agree.
That's exactly what it means. He says always, and this is a very good one for all of you ladies out there in the audience also, in the event you've forgotten this. A wife should always exhibit that behavior which will create only favorable conditions in our home. So if he's deployed or he's working hard and he comes back, there are stresses in our lives, but when he comes home, he wants the stress to be put aside and you to be dressed up, beautiful smile, um, not make dinner, but order in Uber Eats, right? Have something nice for him. He wants that, and that is, in all seriousness, very important.
I agree.
Uber Eats or cook? And finally, he says that you will now become the source of my prosperity. In America, they say behind every successful man is a great, powerful, successful woman. And you're going to have that. But he says that now you will be the source of my prosperity. And in Sanatana Dharma, it is called that women have to practice Pativrata Dharma. That means all dedication is to your husband, the husband that you got married to and the husband that you're with. And he says in summary, he wants you to be his wife. And he spelled out what wife means. W is willingness to strive for greater heights. I is for have implicit faith in me. And F is family life will become his priority. And E is be simple, be a sample, and be an example to the world. You're already an example to the world, Padmini, with your great achievements and everything that you have sacrificed for. And this is a foundation that both you and Darrian have already built. And it's something that you're going to be building upon. And then once you get to the heights of that foundation, then you will be able to soar. But throughout your married life, you have to hold hands, you have to consult and be with each other, you have to support each other. Always smile at each other. That's a secret to success for people that have been married for a long time. You're not always in the mood to smile, right, Panditji? But you have to smile, figure it out, and smile. And then both of you are going to have a great life together. So before we move on to the exchanges of the rings, and then we are going to change sides, we will have one more song.
That's D. C sharp?
दिल लगा लिया मैंने तुमसे प्यार करके, तुमसे प्यार करके, तुमसे प्यार करके दिल लगा लिया मैंने तुमसे प्यार करके, तुमसे प्यार करके, तुमसे प्यार करके। मेरे दिल जाने मेरी माही मेरे डोलना, कोई सुन लेगा जरा धीरे धीरे बोलना। हाँ हो मेरी जोड़िया तेरे संग जोड़ी नहीं, तेरी जोड़ी नहीं, मेरी जोड़ी नहीं। दिल लगा लिया मैंने तुमसे प्यार करके, तुमसे प्यार करके, तुमसे प्यार करके। छुपा लेंगे हो हम तुमको निगाहों में इस तरह छुपा लेंगे तुम चाहे बचो जितना हम तुमको छुड़ा लेंगे ओ तेरी आशिकी में जाना आईना बना लेंगे तुम चाहे बचो जितना हम तुमको छुड़ा लेंगे ओ तुम चाहे बचो जितना हम तुमको छुड़ा लेंगे ओ
Ladies and gentlemen, we have met all of the requirements for the Vivah Sanskar. The bride is happy with the promises that the groom has made, and the groom is happy with the promises that the bride has made. They have made the promise around Agni Devata, the fire god. They made the promises on the 7 steps, and they've made promises here sitting under the mandap. The bridegroom has already applied the Sindur Dan. In Hinduism and Sanatana Dharma, when you see a woman with the sindur on the mang, on the forehead, it signifies that she's married. And we've gone one step beyond that, and they've exchanged rings. So give them a big round of applause. Now all of the requirements have been met, and now Darrian is going to stand in Padmini, and he's going to put her in the right seat to his left. Fix that properly. Now bring this back around. Yeah. Make yourselves comfortable. Go back in. And the reason he's put her to the left is why? He wants, Padmini knows the answer. He wants her closest to his heart. So now we also have one final step, and it is the synchronization of the hearts. So with these mantras, your 2 hearts are going to beat as one, and it's going to be synchronized. So put your right hand on her heart, and she's going to put her right hand on your heart. Panditji, harmonium. Om ya jagarto duramudeti devam Tadu supatasya tatheveti Durangamam jyotisham jyotirekam Tanme manaha Shiva sankalpamastu Tanme manaha Shiva sankalpamastu. That far-going light of all lights that flies the distances in one's wakeful state, even so in one's sleep. May that my mind be filled with beautiful and benevolent thoughts. Om yena karman japaso manishino yajye krivanti vidatu shudhira yada purvam yaksham anta prajanam tanme manaha Shiva sankalpamastu tanme manaha Shiva sankalpamastu. That mind with the help of which wise people perform sacred deeds and sacrifices, and patient people enter into the battlefield of life, that which is the unique, mysterious light hidden in the innermost recesses of our hearts. May that our minds be filled with beautiful and benevolent thoughts. That mind which is consciousness in itself, that which is awareness, that which is patience and sustenance, and memory, that which is the Amrita Jyoti, the deathless light hidden in the hearts of all created beings, that without which no action can be performed, may that our mind be filled with beautiful and benevolent thoughts. That mind which is sustained through the Vedas like the spokes in the hub of a wheel, that in which woven and interwoven all consciousness of all beings, may that our mind be filled with beautiful and benevolent thoughts. May the sky cause us no fear from both heaven and earth, no fear from behind nor from in front. Let there be fearlessness from above and from below. Bring peace to the world of animals with your flow, O God, and peace in the world of human beings too. Peace indeed to the world of the trees and the plants. No fear from the friend nor from the enemy. No fear from the known nor from the unknown. No fear in the night nor in the day. May we be friends unto all directions, and may all directions be friendly to us. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. That's it. Give each other a big hug now. Finally, to the bride and groom, message from the Bhagavad Gita that was brought down by Bhagwan Sri Krishna for a happy life and for a happy marriage. And very quickly it says that no one should have hate for any being, and everyone should always be friendly, compassionate, selfless, egoless, balanced in pain and in pleasure, and forgiving, contented, disciplined, and austere, self-controlled, firm in resolve, devoted to God in thoughts, words, and deeds. And such devotees will always be successful and will live together as one, will serve God as one, and will serve and benefit each other as one. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Darrian Winston. And now we will all stand and sing Aarti. Panditji will lead us with Om Jai Jagadish. And after that, I'll ask the parents and grandparents to come up and offer their blessings along with the Pandits.
जो ध्यावे पल पावे दुख बिन से मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तन का ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश भक्त जनों के संकट भक्त जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण गऊ किसकी स्वामी शरण गऊ किसकी तुम बिन और न दूजा प्रभु बिन और न दूजा आश करूं मैं जिसकी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा स्वामी। पाप हरो देवा। श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ। श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ संतन के सेवा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
ओम
मंगलं भगवान विष्णु मंगलं गरुड़ध्वज मंगलं पुंडरीकाक्ष मंगलाय तनो हरे।
ओम शांताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगन सदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णु भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथनं। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धो च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा। ओम पापोहं पापकर्माहं पापो आत्मा पापसंभवा त्राहिमं पुंडरीकाक्षय सर्वपापो हरोरि। मंत्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं जनार्दनं यत्पूजतं मया देवा परिपूर्णं तरस्तु मे। गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। हरि ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम। ओम धौ शांति अंतरिक्षगं शांति पृथ्वी शांति आपा शांति रोषधय शांति वनस्पति शांति विश्वे देवा शांति ब्रह्मा शांति सर्वे गं शांति शांतिरेवा शांति क्षमा शांतिरेधि। हरि ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम। प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की। नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव। Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Mr. and Mrs. Darrian Prasad. Give them a big round of applause. Come on, you can do better than that. Come on, Jason, bigger, harder. Those of you that haven't offered your blessings, please come up and do so. And I will hand it back over to our Pandit Vishnu and Pandit Kemraj if they want to sing or offer their blessings. Pandit Ramsarup is also in our audience. Thank you for being here. And those of you that have flowers, please come up and offer it. Jai Bhagwan.
Everybody is first, and down to have